Hey everybody, apologize for the late start. Welcome to Not Your Average Chit, where we talk about quirky board games with some quirky mechanics and a little bit of different social dynamics going on. The game we've got for you today is Rolling World, which is a follow-up to Rolling Japan, and in the US we have Rolling America. Rolling World is designed by Hisashi and published by Okazu brand, while Rolling America is published by GameRight here in the US. So I am Rand, and here with me.
I'm Tina. Hi, everyone.
And so I've been asked a lot about Roll&Writes. Roll&Writes are kind of a popular genre of game these days. Often you're rolling dice and then using these dice as a common tool to write on a piece of paper. So my go-to Roll&Write is actually Rolling America. You can pick it up for $5 to $10 in the grocery store. It's very easy to find. It's great for just pulling out of your pocket and playing really quickly. It's great for parents to keep in the car with kids because you can just play over and over and over again. You can roll the dice in the lid. It's great. So let's introduce Rolling World, this kind of newer version. And today we're actually going to, Rolling World includes a number of different maps. And today, in light of and in celebration of France's World Cup win and the Tour de France, which is currently going on, we're going to be playing the France map. So Rolling World, how does it work? Well, we have this bag full of dice. There are 7 dice of different colors. There's one for each color of region that's on the board, and then there's a purple die that's a wild. You can use it for any region. We're going to take 2 dice out of the bag, roll them, and then write their values in the regions. The rules on writing them in the regions is that they must be adjacent to a box that has a number with a number that is either the same number or one away. So this white 2 could go in this white region as long as it's next to a 1, a 2, or a 3. A 4, 5, and a 6 it can't be next to. Okay. If you can't place a number in a region, you're going to have to put an X on that region. You can choose where you want to put the X, but you have to write an X down. That X can be adjacent to anything, and anything can actually go adjacent to an X. So what we're going to be doing is pulling these out of the bag until 6 are out on the table, and once 6 are out on the table, that signals the end of a round. So on the sheet, you can see the map in the middle. On the left side, you can see the rounds. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to play 6 rounds in this game on France. On this side, this is in Japanese, so it's hard to read, but my expert translators tell me that this one is a color change, which means that if you roll a die, you can actually use that die as a wild. You just have to cross out the box. So you could do that 3 times during the game. And the next one is a double. And what you can do with a double is use the same number twice in the same region. So this 2, I could actually write twice. So it's kind of like filling out your map faster, and you can also kind of take it easy when you're filling up these regions because you're getting more stuff onto the board. You already have something adjacent to it, which is good. So at the end of 6 rounds, the game is over, and we're going to add up the X's that are on the board on our map that we've done. And it's kind of like golf scoring. The low score is going to win. You do not want a high number of X's. So, sound good?
Yeah, just one question. So, if I can fill in a white region with that dice, should I put the X on the white region, or it can be in any color?
It has to be in the white region.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, if the white region is completely filled and we pull a white die with a number on it, you can use that number anywhere. It's like it's a purple die.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play round 1, pulling dice out of the bag. Tina can do round 2. Round 2, sound good?
Yep. Let's do it.
All right. First roll. We've got a 1 in black and then a 5 wild. Gonna have to make these super thick to make them seen. Hope you guys can see that. And then a 5. I don't want to put a 5. Put a 5 up here, far away. So I want to put the 5 far away from the 1 because maybe I'm going to take a little while to work my way up to the number 5. And so I would just want it on the other side of the map. You can play your own strategy.
It's hard to have a strategy.
Yeah. So next, a white 6 and a red 4. Remember, 6 can only be adjacent to other 6s and other 5s. It's kind of like a 1. It can only be adjacent to 2 other numbers. So it's tough. And then a red 4. Put that adjacent to my 5. There we go. Last draw for the round. A blue 2 and a yellow 6. This doesn't look good. For you either.
Nope. And a yellow 6. Yeah, you can zoom out your paper and get closer.
What's that? Bring it closer.
No, like just later when we're done.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
Next. Oops. I'm gonna go to round 2.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, it's a 4 and a 1.
Wild 4 and a blue 1. I'm gonna use color change. Make the 1 a black.
I already can use the 1. Yeah,
And then a wild 4. Put up here. I'll use a double to make 2 4s. Okay.
So it's 2 red, 1 green.
All right.
Okay.
I don't like these. This one's bad. 2 up here. I'm color changing the 1. I've got to make it different. Make this a 1. Make it black. There we go.
Okay. 1 yellow, 1 white.
Lots of 1s.
Yep. Oh,
Put the yellow 1 next to my 2. one next to my other one.
This was a color change? No.
Yep. That's a color change and then double.
Okay, I guess this is gonna be all one. Okay, that's it.
Hey, how's it going, Dean? Alright, so moving into round 3. Got a black 5 and a white 1. More white 1. I can use that. Put a big old white 1 right there. And a black 5 is terrible. I'm going to change that. My color change. And put it here.
Hey, I don't have any color change anymore. Not good.
Sounds like you're going to get some X's.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've got a purple 5, so it's wild, and then a blue 1. I'll put the 5 up here in this little guy. Do you have an X yet?
Nope.
No X's. Wow.
Not yet.
Alright, and I'll do the 1 right here.
So I cannot decide to not do the 1. I have to do the 1.
You have to do every number.
Oh my god. So
If there's a spot available for it.
yeah, it's not. There's not spot available, so I have some.
Oh, awesome, Dean.
The first X.
I think we're going to do Metro X next week. And Steamrollers is pretty great. Steamrollers is pretty great. This is like my bread and butter vanilla Roll&Write. It's just like so cheap. You can pick it up easily at your supermarket. It's just quick. A little puzzly. Not as puzzly as Metro X, that's for sure. So we've got a red 4 and a yellow 3. Both of those are going to be X's for me. Yep.
Yellow 3.
Mm-hmm.
That was around 3.
Alright. Over to you.
Okay, 2 red.
And a 2 black.
black.
I like the 2 black. I've been waiting for that one.
I like that one too. Okay. And the 2 red. How do I feel about the 2 red? Not good.
How'd you like Metro X, Dean?
Double this 2.
I'm out of red spaces, so I can put the red 2 anywhere. So I'll put it... Oh my goodness, these are horrible. 2. A wild 1.
And a 2 green.
Alright, I've got a perfect spot for the green 2.
Oh well. Put it here.
And a wild 1. I'll put that over here. There you go.
4 wild? No, 4 white and 2
White 4. I have to put it here. No other spot. And then a yellow 2 I can't use.
Oh my god, I cannot use that.
Getting another X. It's funny, this game just starts to get more and more disastrous as you go.
Yeah.
It starts looking so good and then it's It's all X's. Alright. First of round 5, we have a wild 1 and a blue 6. Cross this off.
Okay, blue 6 is not that bad.
That's terrible for me. I can do a 1 right here. We've rolled a lot of 1s.
Yep, that's a problem.
A lot of 1s.
Okay.
So if I think I
Double.
cross. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, it's a really good solo. And pretty simple once you get the hang of it. Sorry the teach wasn't that great. It is easy to flub the teach on that one though. There's some weird mechanics. So our next roll of round 5 is a black 6 and a white 6. I only have one black spot and I cannot put a 6 on it. And I also can't use a white 6. The X's are multiplying. Alright, see you, man. Take care. Alright, so we have a yellow 6 and a red 2. I can use the yellow 6. And for me, the red 2 is wild.
That's good. The yellow 6 is not good.
And the last round. There we go. A yellow 2 and a blue 1. I can't use either.
X's are coming.
Yeah. Next. Coming like crazy now. This is bad. I have to cross off the white. And I'll use the 1 as a wild because my red's filled up.
Last roll.
Yep. Do something spectacular.
Oh.
Actually, yeah, I would only get a 5 and a 6. Those are the only ones that help me.
Nothing.
So I'll just cross. And cross. Beautiful. Alright, so we'll add up our X's. Anything that's not filled in also gets an X. Which is bad. I should have used those 2 doubles and I didn't. Did you use all your doubles?
No.
So you only have 1 empty box? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How'd you do?
11.
11! You beat me by 2.
Oh my god, this was hard.
Yeah.
And fun.
So if you want to see a little bit closer, here's what a crazy end of the map looks like for the loser. And here's what a crazy end of the map looks like for a winner. Well, what do you think?
it's so hard, as I said, it's so hard to have a strategy. It's like you never know what's coming. So it's fun. It's kind of fun.
You don't think that maybe putting looking at how many borders there are can help?
It can help in some extent, but then it's still like it's rolling. So
Yeah, it is rolling.
Roll by chances.
Yeah.
And that makes it fun.
Yeah, you kind of place with a hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's Rolling World. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I'm gonna try and do something a little different next week. As I've already mentioned, we're gonna be doing Metro X, which is also by Hisashi Hiyashi. Also, Roll&Write, although it uses cards rather than dice, so it's a little bit more predictable. And you're building out a subway system, and I think we'll probably play the Tokyo map. But just so you know, this Rolling World, you might be able to find it on Amazon in the US, but I know that Amazon Japan, so amazon.co.jp, has it in stock almost all the time, and they do ship to the US. I don't know about the rest of the world, but definitely to the US. So if you are interested in this kind of game, if you have Rolling America and just want more maps, you can get this for about $25, I think, $30 from Amazon Japan. I don't know of anywhere else to get it in the US, but I mean, you can look around. Maybe Board Game Bliss in Canada. But until next week, thanks for watching. This is Not Your Average Chit. Just so you guys know, there's a heavy cardboard stream tonight. They're playing Colonialism, which is, I don't know how you feel about it, but it's one of my favorite games from Spielworks. It's a really rough look at